It's hard to believe that Nintendo's been using its framed Nintendo Direct method of online presentations for a decade as of 2021. That's 10 whole years of bringing the latest Nintendo news and trailers directly, and you get it, to you via cute pre-recorded videos. To celebrate this milestone and whet your appetite for their upcoming E3 2021 Direct, let's take a look back at the more than 100 Nintendo Directs that have been released since 2011. In order to ensure we won't be here all day though, we'll be delivering all of it in 2 parts, and we'll only be covering the Directs which were broadcast in North America. Sorry to all you cool Japan exclusive Directs, but you'll have to sit this one out. So without further ado, I'm Caboose, and this is every Nintendo Direct ever. October 21st, 2011. This first ever Direct was a bit of a weird one. The big announcement at the top of the presentation was for, drumroll please, Hulu Plus on the Wii and 3DS. With the only new game announcements being odd little digitally only 3DS games like Pushmo and Dillion's Rolling Western. The show did conclude with a trio of trailers for Nintendo's big holiday 2011 titles, however, namely Super Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, and The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Short, strange, and very unlike the sprawling hypathons that these events would eventually become, the very first Direct was, and still is, oddly unique. February 22nd, 2012. Now this is more like it, opening with an in-depth overview of the soon-to-be-released Kid Icarus Uprising's excellent multiplayer modes. This Direct was much more focused on what's new and exciting. We got trailers for upcoming games like Mario Tennis Open and Xenoblade Chronicles were shown, followed by the reveal of The Last Story, a long-awaited JRPG which was finally finding its way to Western shores.
That's it. Until next time, happy gaming.
June 3rd, 2012. Not much to say about this one. It was an entire Direct dedicated to the hardware and software of the Wii U, which is Nintendo's next generation home console at the time and had been announced at the previous year's E3 conference. While mostly a dry examination of the Wii U gamepad and features like Miiverse, this Direct isn't without its moments. It was the first North American Direct hosted by the lovable Satoru Iwata, and a weird live-action skit in the middle involving a man and his action figure is bizarrely memorable.
Todd, my man, how's the zombie killing business?
Lousy Octo G123.
Call me Grandpa.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Says the guy who talks to an action figure.
June 21st, 2012. There were a few exciting announcements in this next one, namely the reveal of the 3DS XL, finally allowing big-handed fellows to enjoy on-the-go gaming without suffering from joint cramps, and perhaps more notably, the confirmation that a brand new Super Smash Bros. Game was in development. This is the first time Smash has come up in a Direct, but it sure won't be the last. Within a decade, we'd be seeing more Smash-focused Directs than any other kind. September 13th, 2012, another extended Wii U-focused presentation. This one mostly regarding games and software rather than hardware. The most significant announcement here was undoubtedly the big reveal of Bayonetta 2. Published by Nintendo and releasing exclusively on the Wii U, news that delighted some fans and enraged others. October 2nd, 2012. This first ever Nintendo Direct Mini was dedicated to DLC courses for the recently released new Super Mario Bros. 2, a game that most people probably forgot even existed until I just said that. Nearly a fifth of this Direct is just showing how to download the DLC for all the children out there, so needless to say, it was a bit of a slow news week. October 25th, 2012. Meant as a showcase of upcoming 3DS games, this Direct featured some cool new trailers for games like Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask, Fire Emblem Awakening, and Animal Crossing New Leaf. It also featured a trailer for a less cool game, Paper Mario Sticker Star, which to many Paper Mario fans spelled the beginning of the end for their beloved franchise relevancy. November 7th, 2012. We've got our third Wii U overview Direct in 6 months, with this one shedding light on 2 quaint yet underused facets of Nintendo's biggest flop since the Virtual Boy, Wara Wara Plaza. Yeah, it's a sort of social lobby featuring Miis from all around the world sharing their posts and activities, and Wii U Chat, a live video chat app that was zooming before Zoom was cool.
Yes, I agree. Let's make a good launch for Wii U.
Okay.
And I love Wii U.
November 14th, 2012. Can you guess what this one's about? Yeah, 1 week later, and here we are with yet another Wii U feature direct. Though curiously, the English version of this broadcast seems to have been scrubbed from the internet for some reason. In any case, the software du jour is the console's user interface, as well as Miiverse, the Wii U social media, or should I say, social media platform. It allowed users to post on game and community-specific message boards to discuss, boast, or just beg for help. November 27th, 2012. Second verse, same as the first. In the Sophomore Direct Mini, we once again are introduced to more DLC courses for New Super Mario Bros. 2. This time, they're all inspired by classic Mario stages, so you can squint and pretend like you're playing a better Mario game. December 5th, 2012. This direct, dedicated to upcoming Wii U and 3DS titles, opens with a cute introduction courtesy of Lego Iwata before moving on to some powerhouse trailers. Interestingly, this is the first time footage of Pikmin 3 was shown since its announcement at E3 2011, but it sure won't be the last. Let me tell you that. The only real announcement of this direct is interesting, an app called Wii Street U, which allowed users to tap into Google Maps' Street View feature to virtually tour the globe via their Wii U console. And everyone used this. Yeah, I promise. January 8th, 2013. Here's another big milestone, the first ever Pokemon Direct, which, like Smash Directs, would eventually come to be as common and anticipated as the Nintendo Directs proper. This broadcast was 50% a heartfelt nostalgic look back at previous Pokemon titles, and 50% a thrilling announcement trailer for the all-new 6th generation of Pokemon games, Pokemon X and Y. Most of the trailer focused on the 3D graphics, a first for the handheld games, and introducing the new starter and legendary Pokemon.
Your new 3D Pokemon adventure is about to begin. Introducing Pokemon X and Pokemon Y.
January 23rd, 2013. Another Wii U Direct, but this one's got more games. After more talk about the Miiverse and some upcoming performance-improving software patches, of course. There were some cool announcements though, like Game Boy Advance Virtual Console, the confirmation of upcoming 3D Mario and Mario Kart games, and some enigmatic teaser trailers for Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, and Monolith Soft's simply titled X, both of which would receive significant name changes prior to their official launch. February 14th, 2013, a special Valentine's Edition Direct heralded the most important announcement thus far. 2013 would officially be the year of Luigi, an entire calendar year dedicated to everyone's favorite beanpole plumber. Thus, the majority of the Direct was dedicated to covering new games starring Mr. L, including Mario and Luigi Dream Team, New Super Luigi U, and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. March 13th, 2013. Another mini that's a bit light on content. This one was about Flipnote Studio 3D, the successor to the Nintendo DSi's Flipnote Hatena app, which allowed users to create cute little animated flip notes frame by painstaking frame. April 17th, 2013. The year of Luigi continues, baby! Aside from more previews of Luigi-centric games, we got rad announcements for titles such as Bravely Default, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, and a virtual console port of Earthbound, the cult hit RPG which hadn't been easily available in North America for nearly 20 years at that point. May 17th, 2013. In this Sonic-centric Direct, we saw trailers for Mario and Sonic in the 2014 Sochi Olympic Winter Games. Yeah, try saying that 10 times fast. We got the newly announced Sonic Lost World, as well as some retro Sega Game Gear Virtual Console ports. That aside, we also got an extended Pikmin 3 feature, get used to these folks, and a Wii U version of the formerly handheld exclusive Resident Evil Revelations. June 11th, 2013. This was the first year that Nintendo had done their E3 presentation as a Direct instead of a live conference, and it was appropriately stuffed to the gills to commemorate the occasion. Kicking off with a trailer for Pokemon X and Y, which announced the new Fairy type and Pokemon Ami Pet Simulator feature. The Direct would go on to showcase showcased bombshell debut trailers for such games as Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Though the biggest bombshell was saved for close to the end, the official announcement of Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U, aka Smash 4, featuring all new characters Villager and Mega Man. July 18th, 2013, a light direct in comparison to the last one. The standouts in this mini were trailers for Animal Crossing New Leaf, Pikmin 3 again, and The Wonderful 101, a fantastic game that Nintendo would soon send out to die. It concluded with a cool launch trailer for Earthbound on Virtual Console though, a sweet welcome back to a title that had been away for so long. August 7th, 2013. One more direct to close out the summer. This time we've got new trailers for Zelda Wind Waker HD and A Link Between Worlds and Pikmin 3. Again? Seriously? The game was already out at this point. I mean, come on, that just seems excessive. We also got the most unexpected crossover ever in the form of a trailer for Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, merging gentlemanly puzzle solving with high-octane courtroom drama at last. August 9th, 2013, an entire direct dedicated to the Wonderful 101, a fantastic game that Nintendo would soon send out to die. Uniquely, this direct was hosted by Hideki Kamiya, the Wonderful 101's director who had previously helmed such classics as Devil May Cry and Resident Evil 2. After detailing the game's deep combat system and colorful story, it closed out with an extended trailer, which sadly would do nothing to save the Wonderful 101 from its fate of being put against Grand Theft Auto 5 when it released a month later.
Team, unite up!
September 4th, 2013. This Pokemon Direct focused on the different ways Pokemon games have connected players over the years, leading up to the reveal of the Player Search System, or PSS, Pokemon X and Y's one-stop shop that allowed players to battle, trade, or team up with other trainers from all over the world with the push of a button. Significantly, it also announced XY's brand new battle mechanic, Mega Evolution. And who better to showcase these powerful new forms than the original 3 starter Pokemon? September 18th, 2013, the third game-specific direct in a row, this time covering Wii Fit U, the successor to the popular Wii Fitness game, appropriately named Wii Fit. Most of the show was dedicated to the new activities and exercises this enhanced sequel was offering, though some time was set aside at the end to announce Wii Sports Club, a download-only modular version of the classic Wii Pack-In game. October 1st, 2013. They really did this often back then, huh? Updates abound in this next broadcast as we received updates for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Smash 4, and A Link Between Worlds, among others. It also featured another trailer for Pikmin 3. Are you kidding me? Granted, this one was focused on the game's newly released DLC, but you get the sense that Nintendo really wanted to push this game, huh? It's all about Pikmin. Pikmin 3 this, Pikmin 3 that, Pikmin 3 here, Pikmin 3 there, everything's Pikmin. Also a note, a trailer for the long-awaited Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, and a reveal of the new Kirby game. November 13th, 2013. Have you ever wanted to watch YouTube on the smallest, blurriest screen available? Well, you're in luck because the Nintendo Direct announced YouTube for 3DS. Speaking of the 3DS, a few of its upcoming games were featured, such as Bravely Default and Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. Oh, and another trailer for Pikmin 3 with more DLC. This has got to be some sort of record at this point. Finally, we got one last trailer for Super Mario 3D World, which announced a cool hidden character. November 27th, 2013. Perhaps the strangest direct yet, Satoru Iwata and Shigeru Miyamoto show off a downloadable digital guide for the Louvre Museum in Paris, France, exclusive to the 3DS. Though the guide's $20 price tag is certainly less than a plane ticket and Louvre Day Pass, the low-res recreations of various famous paintings and sculptures perhaps aren't worth the admission for those wishing to experience culture from home. December 18th, 2013. Kicking off with the announcement of Hyrule Warriors, a Zelda-tinged spin-off from Tecmo Koei's popular Dynasty Warriors series, this direct gets right down to business, sharing in-depth updates on hotly anticipated titles. Among the most significant are a new trailer for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze and the announcement of Rosalina and Luma as brand new fighters in Smash 4. Finally, we ring out the year of Luigi with the reveal of Dr. Luigi, a spin-off nobody asked for, yet we all heartily appreciate. Godspeed, you beautiful green plumber. February 13th, 2014. Smash Fever is in full swing because we've got another new fighter announced, Little Mac from the Punch-Out series making his debut with a flashy animated trailer. Most of the rest is just updates for other upcoming releases, such as the weird downloadable title Rusty's Real Deal Baseball, a minigame collection which allows you to haggle with real money to unlock new games. This is also where we saw the first gameplay footage for Monolith Soft's X, confirming it to be closely related to Xenoblade Chronicles. April 8th, 2014. The first of many All Smash Directs informed us about the differences and similarities between the two versions of Smash 4, namely that while they would share the same fighter roster, the playable stages would vary wildly between the 3DS and Wii U versions. Furthermore, director Sakurai revealed that form changes were gone, meaning that Zero Suit Samus and Sheik were now their own fully formed characters. The inaugural Smash Direct closed out with a double whammy announcement of Charizard and Greninja as new fighters, leaving poor Squirtle and Ivysaur in the dust. April 10th, 2014. Tomodachi Life was certainly one of the stranger games Nintendo released in the past decade, so it's only appropriate that it got an equally strange direct to highlight its endearingly silly social and romance gameplay. Shout out to the musical number at the end though, there's nothing better that could sum up Tomodachi Life's signature brand of weird.
Violent dreams. Real life is too small to contain your dreams. That's why the Louise Tomodachi Life.
April 30th, 2014. Mario Kart's first solo direct opened with an examination of Mario Kart 8's innovative anti-gravity racing before pivoting to stuff all kart aficionados were no doubt eager to see: new characters and items. While the palette swap karters like Baby Rosalina and Pink Gold Peach, seriously, Pink Gold Peach? What? May have left something to be desired, useful new items such as the blue shell destroying Mega Horn and much requested online improvements moved in to fill that void. June 10th, 2014. Nintendo's E3 2014 presentation had an interesting framing device: stop-motion animated skits produced by the team from Robot Chicken, in which Reggie was finally allowed to live out his wildest fantasies.
Come on, Reggie, give us Mother 3! How about this instead?
In Smash news, we got the announcement of two new characters, the Mii Fighter and Palutena of Kid Icarus fame, plus a few teases at upcoming characters. This was also the E3 at which amiibos were first unveiled, kickstarting a new age of collectible plastic. There were a couple of other high-profile announcements as well. This is where the world got its first look at Super Mario Maker and Splatoon, two soon-to-be classic games. August 4th, 2014. It's wall-to-wall Hyrule Warriors in this one, as a litany of new characters, weapons, stages, and costumes are shown off. There were some surprise pulls like Twilight Princess's bug-collecting oddball Agatha and Skyward Sword's walking tutorial bot Fi, but special mention has to go to Ganondorf's rocking new look. Dude looks like he's fronting a medieval power metal band and loving every minute of it. September 4th, 2014. Exactly 1 month later, and here's another solo direct, this time focused on Bayonetta 2, undoubtedly one of the best games to grace the Wii U, during its short lifespan. Just about everything the game had to offer was on display in this broadcast, from the story to the new weapons and costumes to the freshly minted multiplayer mode, a series first that lets you carve through hordes of angels and demons with a friend by your side. October 23rd, 2014, a special presentation sandwiched between the releases of Smash 4 3DS and Smash 4 Wii U. This direct took the form of a 50-fact countdown that peppered in some information about the Wii U version's new modes, with the perplexing inclusion of a trailer for Bowser Jr., a character who had already been playable for more than a month in the 3DS version, meaning it was hardly a shocking reveal for those who had already been enjoying the game. What was more surprising, however, was the confirmation that Mewtwo would be Smash's first ever DLC fighter to be added in the near future. November 5th, 2014. November's first direct opened by dropping a bombshell the size of the moon, the announcement of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, the long-awaited and much sought-after remake of Ocarina of Time's cult classic follow-up. While the rest of the show couldn't measure up to that hype, there were a few fun nuggets, like another trailer for an already released Smash trailer and a peek at Mario Kart 8's DLC packs. January 14th, 2015. The two biggest announcements from the 2015 inaugural Direct were the reveals of Fire Emblem Fates, a darker successor to the surprise hit Fire Emblem Awakening, and the new Nintendo 3DS. Another example of Nintendo's favorite yet most awkward naming convention, basically just a more powerful 3DS with an extra thumbstick and amiibo functionality. The first new 3DS exclusive was also announced, Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, a portable version of Monolith Soft's sprawling seminal RPG. April 1st, 2015. This one's a DLC sandwich, kicking off with trailers for Mewtwo and the returning Lucas for Smash 4, and finishing with a look at the second Mario Kart 8 DLC pack, alongside 200cc game speed, with some nice meaty announcements in the middle. Among these was the first look at Shin Megami's Tensei X Fire Emblem since the reveal years back, now rebranded Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and sporting a more J-poppy aesthetic. April 24th, 2015. Nintendo had been quietly pushing Xenoblade Chronicles X with smaller low-key trailers since the days when it was known simply as X, so it was high time the game got a focused direct of its own. Showcased here is the game's truly massive world, which players can explore with the help of a mecha suit known as a Skell, which is short for exoskeleton, maybe? I guess? I don't know. May 17th, 2015. Flavored as a report from the Squid Research Lab, the first Splatoon Direct was basically just an in-depth look at the game's main online and single-player modes. It's almost quaint to think that there were a mere 3 weapon types back then, and that number would triple by the time that the sequel hit years later. This Direct also outlined the Splatfest social events, which would come to define the series, teasing the first one, Cats vs. Dogs, which would kick off after launch. June 1st, 2015. Goodbye Mini, Hello Micro. The first Direct under the new branding kicked off with the announcement of Chibi Robo Ziplash, a strange platformer that kicked off Nintendo's irritating habit of hinging the future of a niche franchise on a low-budget game that's extremely dissimilar to its predecessors. Also on the docket were debut trailers for Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, the definitive entry in the cult hit dungeon crawler spin-off franchise, and Bravely Second, which, as the name suggests, is a sequel to handheld RPG Bravely Default.
Well, everyone, it seems our video today was a little
short.
Hopefully, I'll be back to my normal size before E3.
If I can ever get off this desk.
June 14th, 2015. It's time for another Smash Direct. This time we start with a trailer for yet another returning veteran character, our boy Roy from Fire Emblem, who'd been MIA since Smash Melee. Then, after outlining some downloadable stages returning from the original Super Smash Bros., Sakurai reveals his hand. A trailer for Ryu from Street Fighter, the brand new DLC character and the first guest fighter to join the game since its launch. June 16th, 2015. 2015's E3 Direct has the tragic distinction of being the final one hosted by Satoru Iwata before his untimely departure less than a month after its broadcast. The lovable and enthusiastic CEO of Nintendo of Japan and inventor of the Direct format made his last appearance as a Muppet, joining Reggie Fils-Aimé and Shigeru Miyamoto to announce a slate of new games. While the likes of Star Fox Zero and Zelda Triforce Heroes might not see much discussion nowadays, Iwata's passion and contributions to gaming as a medium will never be forgotten.
I wonder what's next.
November 12th, 2015. The first presentation of the post-Iwata era opened with a heartfelt tribute from Reggie, honoring his Japanese counterpart before moving on to the day's announcements. Some of the more notable announcements: an HD port of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for Wii U, a port of crossover arcade fighter Pokken Tournament, and virtual console ports of the original 3 Pokemon games, Red, Blue, and Yellow, for the 3DS. Capping things off was an exciting reveal. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII would be the next guest fighter to join Smash, making the first time a Square Enix character made it into the massive multi-franchise royale. December 15th, 2015. These Smash hits keep on coming with Smash 4's final direct, which showed off the last 2 DLC characters. First up was Corrin, protagonist of Fire Emblem Fates, who curiously would be joining Smash before their home games even released in North America. Sakurai was saving the best for last, however. Nintendo had earlier posted an international poll to decide the final character, and the fruit of that endeavor proved to be Bayonetta, joining the fray as Smash 4's ultimate contender.
Let's dance, boy.
It's also worth noting that Sakurai specifically stated that Bayonetta was the most negotiable and realizable character to top the poll, which almost certainly implies that the real winner was someone like Goku or the character we all want in Smash. I mean, Shrek, come on. February 26th, 2016. 2016 marked Pokemon's 20th anniversary, so what better way to celebrate than with the announcement of a new mainline game? Following a cute pixel art intro inspired by the opening movies of the original Red and Blue, the Direct launched into a teaser trailer for Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I mean teaser, because this trailer showcased basically nothing, not even the new starters. March 3rd, 2016. Alongside new trailers for Star Fox Guard and Splatoon's latest update, this broadcast had a few hidden aces up its sleeve. Trailers for a trio of acclaimed 3DS games, namely Monster Hunter Generations, Rhythm Heaven Megamix, and Kirby Planet Robobot. It also debuted Paper Mario Color Splash, which replaced Sticker Star as Paper Mario fans' latest punching bag the minute it was revealed. September 1st, 2016. A lot was crammed into September's 3DS-centric Direct, including new trailers for Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ace Attorney's Spirit of Justice, and the most adorable amiibo of all time. Schlock connoisseurs were delighted by the announcement of Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, sequel to the so bad it's good legend Sonic Boom. Less delightful though, Hey Pikmin, a new game in the vein of Chibi Robo Ziplash that gave Pikmin fans the exact opposite of what they wanted, which was more Pikmin 3, I'm guessing. November 2nd, 2016, an odd Direct dedicated entirely to Animal Crossing New Leaf's Welcome Amiibo update, which, as you might have guessed, introduced amiibo functionality to the beloved Sim. Presented with a combination of live-action skits and in-game videos, this certainly wins the award for the most creative Direct of the year, if nothing else.
Well, thanks for listening, and I hope to see you at my campground.
Stick with me because we're halfway there. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll continue running down the rest of every Nintendo Direct ever. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe for more Leaderboard videos. I've been Caboose, and I'll see you next time.